Good evening, everybody. The forecast for the next 2 hours or less is pain, suffering, regret. The place? Twitch TV / Final Fantasy Randomizer. The reason? The Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2022. I am the Hangry Canuck joining you tonight, and in the booth I have Sarazen. What's going on, man?
Just looking forward to another fantastic matchup in the Kraken games. We've got Chadbert versus Reese, and this is an interesting matchup. Chadbert he's got all of his matches on the schedule, but this is the first one. So Chadbert's currently 0-0. Reese has had a rough go of it, but this pod does include somebody with the champion role. So you gotta put some respect out for that. So there's a little bit of a challenge coming up from there, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this match goes.
Yeah, so we have Chadbert versus Reese, and our priorities are slightly different. Chadbert's going the fighter route, while Reese looks to be going the black belt route at this point in time.
Yeah, these are good balanced parties here. I don't really have any concerns about either setup. Uh, I think both of them are very workable. They're very, I would say, common and typical for what we've been seeing in the flag set so far. And yeah, we'll have to see where it shakes out.
Yeah, but we know something the fans don't know.
Would that be the Blurses?
Yeah, the Blursus. Let's take a look at what we have here. For our fighter, we got plus 15 to luck, plus 10 to magic defense, minus 20 HP. That could be worse, I guess. The thief, we got 20 HP plus katana. He's gonna chop, boys. But can't use a ribbon. So hey, there's a little give and take. Then we got the black belt with plus 20 M defense. Big deal. He gets that anyway. He can use a black shirt. You don't put armor on him, so what's the point? And he's got the black mage agility, so your black belt's basically stereo. We got a red mage with plus 10 agi, plus 15 magic defense, minus 5 luck. Luck means nothing. We have a white mage with plus 30 HP, plus 10 strength. Wow, that white mage could swing a good hammer. Minus 5 luck. And a black mage at 40 HP, 5 luck, and no pro ring. So that minus ribbon and minus pro ring could be areas of concern for this party.
So the luck on the fighter is actually a really interesting thing because that puts the run chance on the fighter very high. And I almost doubt the necessity of the thief here because of that luck. Now the dodge tank aspect of the thief is really nice because we do have the agility buff in the flags. But that's one of those things where you could run fighter rainbow and have like a bit more magic power and maybe have a bit more throughput as a result, or you could you could take a lot of different elements here because the thief doesn't feel quite as required.
Yeah, and with that no ribbon on the thief, that's a pretty big minus if you can't find a wall spell kicking around somewhere.
Exactly. And now, the thing with the black belt getting MDEF, that is 5 levels worth of black belt MDEF, which means at 42 they are basically wearing a ribbon. But you gotta find your grind. You gotta get there, and we'll see if that's something that comes up. And we're off.
We are away. And I don't recognize the sprites, but we'll be good later on in the match. Black magic, we have some ice, so that's not a bad start. White mage, we had heal 3, so not a bad first level.
I think both of our runners here are using the Valkyrie of Light sprites, which is all female light warriors, which I'm a big fan of. These sprites are really high quality, and I think a lot of folks in the community use them.
Hey, you got that white mage, you gotta buy that iron hammer plus 2.
That's a +1, sir, but there's a small knife +4, and that's actually a decent weapon, amazingly. I've gone surprisingly far with a small knife +4.
I don't know, a hammer plus 10 strength on the white mage could be a beast.
+10 strength doesn't give you near as much damage as you hope it does. It's not bad, but it's when you think about the Blursings going up to +40 for strength, that number becomes a little less impressive.
Looks like we have Chadbert playing the encounter manip game to get a good run to these chests, so nothing wrong with that. Reese is entering, just gonna go in.
You get a nice pile of gold out of that opening chest. That's nice. It's
We got a
always
ghoul.
good to actually have your initial gold and be able to buy spells in Provoka and Elfland without having to worry too much. A
Well, those
house
zombies
and
have...
a
Oh, the
that
wet
that is a
noodle.
ripperoonie on that Vorpal. Oh man,
That's gonna be money for somebody.
both of them. Yep.
And we're gonna freeze dry Garland here with some ice threes. And then we're gonna see what the king and the princess have for us.
The poor fighter on Chadbird's side getting just smashed. It's okay. We'll go to the party member store. It'll be fine. We get the adamant and the crown. So we do have extended open progression. So we could walk right over in that direction. I'm going to guess that both of our runners are going to still hit Provoka first.
Now, see, in this situation, if I get key items over there, I'm going that way first. I'm not going to bother with Provoka right away. Because if one of those happens to turn into the canoe, you can come up from the bottom and complete the loop. If it doesn't, well, you took the chance.
That's true,
Quite
but
harsh.
the other thing is you're getting a lot more than just one key item by going to Provoka. You're getting second level spells. You're getting the experience from the pirate fight. You're getting another peep into the item shops to see if the incentive vendor item is there. And yes, it is a bit of backtracking, but that's just kind of happen.
Yeah, I still prefer to go the way the key items take me. Seems to be doing your key item checks. Ooh, flame -2. Couple of
Yeah,
heal.
that's a reset from Reese. There's nothing there that Reese wants other than the money that flame armor would provide.
We got the Vorpal.
Chadbert losing that fighter again to just chip damage. 15 health.
Yeah, well, he's -20 HP, so he's not going to be too much good at level 1.
Yeah, but with the strong HP growth, that should go away pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not going to be much for the fighter, and plus Chad's going to want to keep that flame armor
Yeah.
for the fighter. Looks like we got some people in chat. We have the Woo and the Rubes. Good evening, gentlemen. Looks like Reese going to give us our first look at Provoka here. Hopefully they don't find anything good. That would be the ultimate troll. Oh, looks like Chad snuck in.
Surprise! The encounter table strikes again.
55G to revive a fighter? I don't know at this point in time.
Alright, we have Fog 2 and Exit. That's not bad. Lamp is actually useful in this flag set because it can cure stun, if I recall correctly, as well as Dark. We do not have the improved Dark flag on, though, which is kind of a shame.
Well, we got some lock, too.
Yep, that's a lock, too, alright. I guess that's a spell.
So now we're going to go see what the pirates have to offer. Which is not going to be much.
Almost yet another death to the fighter, but we're going to actually get levels on the fighter and be able to survive a hit now.
The flame armor saved him there.
I don't even know if he actually equipped the flame armor. We were getting the herb. Okay, so this actually makes this play, I think, work out a little better because it just continues that loop, right? We're going to stop over for the adamant. We're going to stop in and talk to Astos and take care of the crown. Then we're going to land over in Elfland and turn in this herb.
Yeah, and that's completely understandable too, right? So this was the way to go, but if this had turned out to be, say, the bottle or something, and you go back the other way and you end up with the floater and the canoe.
We did see our pro rings, but they are, I believe, -3, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, they're still good though for the status effect. Like not dying.
Yeah. Oh, I agree 100%. I would still definitely purchase them for everybody, prior to getting ribbons if I had reason to come back here.
Alright, so now we have the Walk of Shame going back. Wow, this encounter table is front-loaded pretty bad.
Yeah, those are some mad little horses. So angry.
Looks like the good run comes in the middle part of the table at this point.
Yeah. Just let our runners go, man. All right, Chadbert is got to be approaching an encounter on this long run because that is one heroic run length.
Just turn encounters off next time. There's some money and an iron staff to beat someone over the head with. And that's an awful strong ship. Who needs a canal? You can just take that adamant ship clear through the mountains.
Chadbert disappointing by leaving the Hooray Dwarf alive.
Yeah, run invalid.
He can only make it better by approaching us in the bubbles area. Now, one thing that's a little bit, I wouldn't say bad or challenging or anything like that, but we are kind of put into a split position of, do we go turn in the crown or do we go get the ship and head to Elfland first? You can do either way. Reese does remove the one-word hell of that dwarf and takes him out.
Well, I mean, you could probably get Astos. You do have Ice 3. A couple of blasts of Ice 3 should be enough.
You know, you hope. The small knife doing work.
Nasty. But he goes down.
Up to level 6 for Chadbert's party, and that gives us the rod, which is going to open up an incentive location once we have our canal.
So yeah, now here's the big question. You do have exit. Do you hit marsh while you're on your way down this way? And you do have the run?
Chadbert has to run up and get his ship, because that's at Dwarf Dock. So, I mean, that's kind of a non-optional thing.
I think we missed level 3 spells unless Reese didn't check them. Ooh, there's a little bit of pop at level 4.
Yeah, and in the first slot, so it is Red Mage learnable. That's very helpful.
And then
Lit 3, also not bad.
So no fast yet, no nuke, no temper. The big spells you're looking for.
Looks like we had Harm 4, Brack, and Quadex as the notables from level 3.
Let's see what the herb's going to turn into, and it's a Q.
Gotta get that D6.
Level 3 Black did have Quad X. I'm not sure if anybody bought it or not. Quad X can be a very powerful spell early game.
I love Quadex. It can be a great spell when you're going through the Temple of Fiends. You know, when you're headed up and you're halfway through the fight or you think you're getting close to the end, just throwing out a couple cheeky Quadexes, hoping that you catch the target. It's sometimes it's a bit of a gamble, but it's not that much of a pain point if it misses. And if a Quad X misses, the whatever damage spell you were planning to use otherwise wasn't going to do it either.
Looks like Reese is going to take on Astos, while Chadbert is going to do his level 3 and 4 shopping and turn in his herb.
I thought Chadbert already did turn in the herb, so... I'm still not seeing our vendor item yet. That's a bit of a concern.
Always like that to be hidden. Are we gonna see it? Come on, sell it. Do it!
Maybe he's saving it to throw out the Sky 3 window?
Yeah, that's what I do with it most of the time.
It's just it's so early that the money would be real handy.
I think I'm the one that started that little parade, actually.
Well, I salute you for that, sir.
Just to bug Will Cleosis one day. Alright, Chadbert's going to give us our first look at Marsh. Shouldn't be too bad. Got good levels, got good spells, and he's got exits, so he's not going to have to worry about walking out.
He's just going to burn a few of these encounters to
well, he's going to get that long run that would pretty much take him to the chest.
I think it will take him all the way to the chest once he gets it, and I think it's after this encounter.
Yeah, it was after 5. So yeah, he's probably gonna make it to that chest now, or close.
Now they're holding hands. It's very cute. Just some cash in the link chest, not a big deal.
Chadbert not checking any chests. I like that. You know, there's not going to be an incentivized item in here, so.
Temper stick. That's a big deal.
Yeah, temper stick's not a bad thing. Oh, Grey Worm. Toss the Quad X out and see what you get. There's the canoe.
Fabulous. That opens up a lot of the inner sea area here. And we'll start looking to see if we're going to get our canal out of volcano or ice. Ice is incentivized, but we have 2 loose in the pool, and volcano is notorious for holding a number of them.
Well, there's still the sages, they're like the circles, so then you might have the floater, and it might be like, "Ooh, let's go."
Maybe. So yeah, we have the sages, we have ice, we have volcano to check for loose. We could be getting a key. We could find a vendor item. Like, we have a lot of things still out on the table.
Yeah, right now we need the canal. The canal is going to be the big thing to open the game up. So that canal is sitting in ice, or it's sitting at the sages. Because I'm not sure if the canal can be loose.
The canal can be loose, but it cannot be the shop item. But we still also have the TNT outstanding as a turn in here. Well, the ruby, we still need the canal first.
Yeah, so this is one way or the other. This is going to lead to a canal. Ooh, where's the TNT?
That's some expensive TNT.
23k. Hey, sell the Vorpal. Oh wait, you won't get enough.
You never know with the price scaling. You get enough off of it, maybe. Not really. No, you're probably getting like 5k. The dynamite was about 23,000.
Yeah, so dynamite's probably not worth collecting for at this point in time.
There was our fast. There was also life on the level 6 magic. We get the key out of the sages. Now the key does not open an incentive location, but it does open, what, like 10 boxes in Dwarf, and 3 boxes in Northwest, and 6 boxes in Canaria, 4 boxes in Elf, 3 boxes that cannot have a loose item in Marsh, though, so we don't have to go back.
Gave him enough. Is he going to sell the temper? Is he going to sell the temper?
Oh, you can't sell the temper stick.
You know where fast is.
Well, yeah. We know where fast is, but we don't need fast yet.
Reese is like 300 gold short of getting that TNT right now. So that's one fight outside, which is well worth taking. Looks like Chadbert is actually grinding for the TNT.
I don't know if it's grinding for the TNT so much as safety levels, because right now, you're looking at an ice dive, you're looking at a volcano dive. It'd be nice to have spell slots for that. And so with the Ped pack here, the good old XPeds coming right off the hard reset, that's a substantial amount of experience that you can be getting. We're already up to level 9. A lot of people like to take the hard reset encounter to around 10 if you are concerned about levels. We're even hard resetting out of 2 peds because it's not enough peds.
So it looks like Reese has enough money for the TNT. There we go. So now that's our shop item. So now your play has got to be ice or volcano at this moment.
Yeah. I would lean towards ice if possible, simply because we're looking at the guaranteed incentive there. Now, we don't have warp, but we do have exits, so theoretically we could make a single loop through and be fine. The other thing that Reese is going to be concerned about is finding that grind tile to get that black belt online. Really doesn't come into its own until about 21. So we're going to have to see where that goes. Chadbert going Volcano first. Stack Kano, as we like to call it in the AP community, is a real thing. The
Yeah, there's a
armory
good chance
provides.
it's gonna be in here. But I've seen it not be in here before.
Reese chasing down the TNT turn-in from the looks of it.
I like the play. Follow the fetch items.
I think it's a good justified play. Make sure you dock at the river, and that's
Because you
fine.
got the key.
Yep,
So you
you got
can
the key
check
as
the
well.
chests, and if there's a loose, and there can be a loose in there.
Yep.
So I kind of like this play.
Is it 8 boxes in Dwarf? I always forget the number of boxes.
Dwarf Castle? 4.
That's Elf Castle, sir.
Oh yeah, 6 in the other one. And that was not... well, the crystal. That's another check.
Mm-hmm. Flame Shield +2 out of the Dwarf Armory. That's nice. Silver Hammer +4. There's your red mage weapon. Ribbon. We got a ribbon. Okay.
The
That's
ribbon alone makes this check worth it.
yeah, absolutely. Cobras with Thunder. That had to be the spike tile in the armory.
Ouch. So it looks like Reese probably going to go check this crystal. I can't see him not after having going this far back for the TNT.
Yeah, and it's a pretty quick trip because of the fast boat. Speedboat, second best boat. A lot of people like it more than the airship. I think they're wrong because you still get encounters, but, it is so much nicer than vanilla sailing speed.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to control sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Airship, airboat, it's no big difference. Plus, getting these key items ain't going to be bad for Reese if he does happen to find a grind tile right now. Because he will have more experience, because there is a key bonus experience.
And there's our canal. Okay. That's
now.
the sun -3. That's a really sad sword.
Now that canal with the canoe, I mean, that's going to open a lot. Because now you got the waterfall, you got ordeals. You can check the vendor item at the caravan.
We already have our vendor item, so we don't need to check caravan.
So I don't think he's going to bother going back to ice and volcano right now. Because volcano seems pretty dangerous.
It's a fair bit dangerous, but we're fine. Oxyale loose out of Canaria. That's a big deal.
That is a very big deal because a lot of people might not go check that.
Well, I mean, it's not quite toe flocked. Sorry to rub salt in the wound. Also, I mean, it's an instructive lesson. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see here. Chadbert headed into ice. What do we get out of that check? That looked like a stop axe coming out of Elf Armory, which, whatever. Reese just sets out of it.
That was a lot of wizards on Chadbert's stream.
Wizards are scary.
Wizards are very scary. Alright, so it looks like what's Reese gonna do now here? It looks like he is... is he gonna go?
Check the northwest chests and maybe even the spike tiles. I think the stop axe was -3. I do like this play out of Reese. I think it's checking a very safe grind tile set. You've got 2 different tiles in there. You're getting 3 chests. I'm sure it's a walk, but you wanted to check for a safe place to get your black belt going. This can be an incredible location for that. You get a house, some gold, and a pro ring. Paragiants, not so great.
No, you could get better.
Dragon sword +4. That's a sword. It's a sword that exists.
Ooh, unrunnable pack like this, never good.
Okay, so Northwest Castle spike tiles are a bust. That's just not worth your time. But it's still good information. We got a pro ring out of the deal, so that's good.
So looks like Reese is heading outside. We do have the rod, so you could do Earth if you really were so inclined.
Got some zombie Ds here. They are skinny. They had less than 191 hit points, so that's great.
There's our temper.
There is the temper. We get a bottle out of ice, which is unfortunate.
So it looks like Reese is going to make the Earth play. I like it. There's spike tiles to check. To get your grind on. Get a key
Also
item.
have the rod. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the rod.
So with the Earth incentive, that is behind gating, so it'll be after the rod plate. That puts it in one of 8 chests on the 4th floor of Earth. Lich, as always, still a speed bump, so we could see a play for that, even if the spike tiles are a bust here.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
that
bust.
one. You don't want to see that spike tile.
Nope.
Or
Or
that.
that one. I didn't know there were multiple of that.
Or that one.
That one's not so bad with the Harm All flag and Harm 4 and Fade. You know,
Yeah, but it's
you've
only
got some
really
options.
decent if there's 4 or more Whiz Mummies.
That's true.
That's only when you get the gravy experience then. So it looks like Reese is just going to go down, get the key item, punch the purple carpet for a while. And...
There's Chad picking up the TNT, and off and away we're going to go there.
Yeah, he's probably going to go turn that in next. I can't see him not.
Doesn't really have a whole lot else to do at the moment, so that's kind of the thing there.
So he's also going to come across. Now, is he going to check Carnaria, I wonder, for the Oxyale?
The Vorpal is sold. It's gone. We're picking up our spells before we leave.
I'd sell it if it was +5.
I wouldn't.
2 things I don't use in this game is the Black Belt and the Vorpal.
Those are some unfortunate decisions, my friend. I get it. You've got principles.
Hey, someone's got to stand up against those Vorpal lovers.
Hey, I didn't say that I love the Vorpal. Just a Vorpal +5 is a decent weapon.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not, because it is. But just my principles won't let me use it.
That's fair.
Or I'd be going against everything I stand for.
Aaron up here scouting, taking notes, because Chadbert is Aaron's opponent later this week. Couple of days, something like that.
Alright, so we're going to see now what the Earth Cave key item is, as Reese is past the vampire. That chest will never be the incentivized item, though. Because that is technically not past the gate. Because the rod plates the gate, not the vampire.
Correct.
Don't blame them when I lose. Can't read your name, though. Right light in chat.
Are you one of those light mode people?
Oh, it's Aaron. Never mind. No matter.
So Chadbert is going to check the Canaria chest and get that Oxyel. Trolls be trolling. Oh, we got an ice neutral in there. That's ice armor is a good upgrade over the flame armor now that we have that flame shield.
Bit of money going on. Oh yeah, you gotta poke fun at people. If you can't poke fun at people, what's the point?
All right, Lich's armory is a bust, so it's on to Lich's bedroom.
Yeah, and it's the color of the mouse cursor shows up on everything. It doesn't match a single color in the game. There's also spike tiles in here, but he's not.
Oh, baby.
Things just got a little bit spicy.
So I understand not checking the spike tiles in here. That was a gold bracelet +3. Sir, excuse me, sir.
Lich's bedroom's got all the workings. Got Cheerios, got floaters. So this is going to save Reese a little canoeing to ice and volcano, at least.
Yeah, and that can be a pretty significant time saving.
And he's found one loose, so he might not even bother checking any of volcano. But this Lich fight does worry me a little. Because his levels aren't awful high, and that black belt's not punching for much. So he's pretty much going to be relying on Fade to get the job done here.
Fade is an excellent option. You know, Harm 4, if you picked it up, is still good. Obviously, the Red Mage less incentivized towards that Harm 4, and I don't remember if it was even in a slot that the Red Mage could learn. Looks like no, according to our tracker notes. So, yeah, relying on the Fade. Maybe on the Lit 3 on the Black Mage. So you do have limited opportunities here.
Yeah, because if Lich comes out with something big round one, like say a tornado or something like that, it can basically wipe out 3 of your party.
I think it's funny that, at least right now, healing where it's at, I don't know exactly. Oh, okay. Our party members on Reese's side have remarkably similar health.
Yeah, they're not too far off, eh? Oh, you gotta equip some of this armor. Yeah, he's going all in on the Red Mage here. Oh, only one Fade and one Lich with it 3 charge.
I have to hope on high
10
rolls.
would roll, but there's the fire too. So dodging a bullet right now.
71 out of that Lit 3 is not much.
And he's got no more Fades, and he's got no more Lightning 3s, so, I mean... He's got Ice 3s, but they're not going to do a lot.
So, one of the things that I would say... Ooh, that was Mute Touch on Lich, which, you know, can be an issue sometimes. I would have probably put the temper stick on the black belt and had the black belt use that on the thief instead of swinging from the black belt. It's just something for the black belt to do that's actually effective.
And Chadbert has entered Earth, so he will be picking up his floater as well. And Reese gets through, killing our first fiend at the 30-minute mark exactly.
All right. Well, that is 1 down, 3 to go. We still need our chime in order to get access to Sky.
We need our loot still, our chime.
But that's literally it for Go Mode item-wise.
Yeah, so they're pretty good. They're both going to be in the air at about 31 to 30. Well, Reese will be in the air at about the 32-minute mark. Chad will be a little bit farther behind, but not much. Because he's not. He's going to make short work of Lich with his levels. I don't think Chad checked any of the spike tiles in Ice Cave, did he? Or we didn't see them anyway.
There was the zombie Ds at the Vanilla Eye tile. something gross at the drop down that wasn't worth fighting. I think that was all that we saw. We didn't see the 6-pack that I'm aware of. We didn't see the mage tile. We didn't see the frosty tile.
So everything's at large. Agma. Green Agma's at large. Eyes at large. Alright, here's our first check in the Sarda. Is he going to give us one of our go mode items or send us on a goose chase? Goose chase it is?
Rip. Now that does open 4 chests for loose checking. I guess. It gives us a small XP and gold boost. I guess.
There's a small, well, it looks like Reese is going to check it out.
Chad's going to skip out on that chest with the gold bracelet, which is very sad. That gold bracelet could be worth a fair bit.
Hey, Pro Cape and a rune sword.
That's like a red mage pack right there, you know? Well, something, something. Now, it's good for the thief, too. That's...
Well, yeah, you gotta put everything on the red mage. Yeah, the dice armor will be good after, if we ever find the tail.
Looking like maybe some Cardia checks coming up here. Which is, yet another very justified play. You're looking at 3 chests here, 3 chests in the Marshy, and 7 chests in the Forest Cardia. That's real quick, and especially when you've got exit, you don't necessarily have to commit to the save in the air strat if you don't want to.
Looks like Chadbert's fighting Lich with using that stick on the thief at the top, so...
What does a Lock 2 helmet look like?
There's one more cave to check, then he can... Oh, he doesn't have his bottle.
There's ribbon 2.
2 ribbons now. So this was a worthwhile check just for that ribbon alone.
Yep, and Reese gonna protect that black mage with it, which I think is an excellent play. So remember that Wiz Mummy Cockatrice tile that we were looking at before? Chadbert just pulled 5 Wiz Mummies on that pack.
That's not bad at all.
Going up to
it's not
14.
Something he's gonna level a black belt on.
Right.
But looks like he's gonna do the lap.
I don't know about that. I think this is a cast down and leave situation.
And the mummies aren't very tough either. They don't got a lot of HP, so...
A low roll on that fade, keeping that 1 Wiz Mummy alive still. But that's okay. Fighter comes in, takes care of it.
Sun Sword's gonna eat them up. Alright, Reese has given us our first look at ordeals here. Chadbert is leaving the Earth Cave.
Off to get that floater turned in and onto the superior ship.
On to bigger and better things.
Medusas with Aether. Oh, baby. This is the dream right here. Whole lot of nothing that wastes your time. They can come in bigger packs than this. They'll all just cast it repeatedly.
Oh, this is another pack everybody loves to see.
Those gold plus 3s were 23,000 it looked like in that armor shop.
Yeah, they're in Melman.
Not bad. That's it's an armor shop I don't mind going back to, whereas there are some that I really don't like going back to, like Provoca.
And I mean, you don't have to worry about saving for the vendor items, so you can go ahead and blow all your cash now.
Chad going for... I understand this play. You have the floater, but you want to take the ship dock for ordeals instead of having to walk the whole path. So we're going to be holding hands here again. We're going to see in who knows how long if that that bottle out of ice is a big deal.
Medusas with squint, always nice. Man-cats at mute touch, and they hit pretty hard. So it looks like Reese is going for his third kick at the can here.
The Aether is really funny for the fact that I don't think we've seen a fire spell yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
I take that back. Second level had fire. Just fire 1. You know, the one that you don't buy unless the improved fire, ice, lit, and harm flag is on.
Well, there's our frosty tile.
That is a tile that could be taken, but we're early enough that you could find better. And the initial run off the hard reset isn't that long, so I think that it's worthwhile to investigate the desert before committing to something as issuous, we shall say, as the frosty tile can be.
Ooh, those man-cats rolled low.
That's good because they're jerks.
I hate them.
The only good thing about man-cats is that they're rather vulnerable to zap. They have terrible MDef, and they're not resistant to time. That was an Opal Cheerio +2. And there's our chime. So Ordeals is in fact the play. That's going to give us our access to Sky, which is incentivized. A problem with Sky.
No exit. He wasn't going to check the trap tile, but he's out of exit charges.
Oh. The one issue that I'm going to say with Sky that we have right now is we don't have a lot of non-elemental, and we don't have fire stuff for the vampire packs and whatnot. Now, you know, we could get the Cerebus packs, we could get the, you know, if we really wanted to fight guards and sentries, we could do that. And Ice 3 is a great spell for Sky generally. It's just, man, it'd be really nice to have some non-elemental to deal with some of the other targets in there.
Well, we'll see if Reese decides to do ice, because that bottle could turn into something that we really need.
My guess is that we're more likely to see Sky.
He's going Waterfall Kraken at this point.
Maybe. I think Sky, because it's a guaranteed incentive, it's on the way, and you have to go there, right? Like, you have to clear Sky anyway. You may as well do that before you do other stuff. Get your levels in place. The hard part is you're running a black belt. You don't have your levels yet, but if you take a desert grind, or if you take the available encounters in Sky to get your base levels before you move on, you could find yourself in a real solid position.
Yeah, Sky having loot would be the dream right now for one of these guys. Those Tyros are beefy. Unrunnable too.
Yeah. Well, that was a decent punch out of the black belt. 14, we're starting to get in our stride with the black belt, but we're not there yet. We need 7 more levels before we start feeling comfortable.
Looks like Reese might be heading for Crescent. He might be heading for Ice now.
I think he's headed for an inn, and realizing that the inn at Crescent is a lot easier to get to. Oh, this is Iceward. No, this is Iceward. Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna figure this out.
You've already got one loose, so I mean, And there's really only one item you need for go mode right now. Life 2 at level 7.
And wall. Wall being real important with that minus ribbon thief, if you were thinking about using the thief later on.
Yeah, that's a bad level 7 right there.
All right, just the ruse stick. Okay, so ice is not required per se, but that ruse stick is extremely helpful in Topher, especially if you end up having to man mode the bosses towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, with the temper stick and the ruse stick, you could almost turn your fighter into a one-man machine.
So at this point, Chad looks to be slightly ahead. Not significantly. You know, we're talking maybe a minute or two. But, you know, has done all the same things as Reese, but Reese is retreading the ice territory that Chad has already handled.
Yeah, but see, Reese isn't going to go into Volcano either, so...
Right.
So he's going to save that time there. Plus, he didn't have to canoe to ice, so he's going to make up some time here. Except for these Spinks having fire, too.
It's all fine.
I don't know what he's looking for in here, because...
I think the thought process was, let's see if we can find something decent in this room that I was going to anyway for checking the tiles' sake.
Meanwhile, Chadbert just flying through sky.
Fly the friendly skies, man.
Oh, look, some Gurmedusas. They're always nice to see.
So I think that the real question on everybody's mind, Angry, are we going to McDonald's? Are we getting a Big Mac?
Oh, I could go for a Big Mac right about now.
Is Chad gonna make it happen?
It's gonna go for some mac and cheese. Yeah, it's enough of that. Alright, so it looks like Chadbert's about to give us a look at the incentivized ice. Meanwhile, Reese picked up his bottle. And there's it!
We are done! We are go mode.
Go a mode. So no slab check required, no bottle check required.
Now, what we do need on Chad's side is a real weapon.
Yeah, Reese is missing a grind, and Chad is missing a weapon.
Falchion, not the weapon of our dreams. Invis 2 sword. Ooh.
Not the weapon you're looking for, but that is perfect now.
I love it. Give me more of it.
Looks like Reese is in the volcano. But we know it's not required to be in here, but he's going to check the grind tiles too, I would think.
I think that's the majority reason of why Reese is here, but, you know, also check the second loose, and also, you know, I don't think that we're going to see anything of interest on Reese's side until we get down to the Agama floor.
I'm pretty sure you can make a Dragon 4 sword work if you got it fast and you got the ruse stick. So I think Chadbert does have a weapon to get him through, but it's just going to take him that extra time in the fiend fights that you don't want to spend.
Well, so the other thing to keep in mind is we do have a temper stick, and that temper stick is going to be very useful. If you can keep your party alive long enough for that, you know, we are not going to McDonald's. Wow, the bridge of density failing us here. But that temper stick is in some ways a lot more valuable than we would think of for the saber bonk. You know, like you're not sitting there with the person trying to do damage, sitting there and buffing themselves the whole time. They can be swinging after they've rused up and have one of the back lines using that temper stick over and over and over. So you're losing less time per fight, get a little bit closer to speed and power.
I mean, really, at this point, all you do is have that thief throw out the sword, the invis sword, have that white mage buff your fighter, and just swing away.
We did have a pretty decent hit from the fighter. It looked like 6 hits, about 300 damage, I think, in the last round. And there again, and down Tiamat goes. So we're up to 18 on Chadbert's party. This is rapidly approaching a party that's confident in Topher.
Yeah, with the way these flags are set, with the scaling, I would say anything just about 20, maybe mid 20s, and you should be able to go through Topher without an issue.
So if you're Chadbert, I'm thinking we head crack inside, we see if we find anything on the way down, and we do mermaids as a last resort. We do have exit. Does that sound like a plan to you?
At this point, if you don't find anything good going down the Kraken side, and you got enough levels, I would feel confident going in with that Dragon +4. But I mean, we gotta find something. There's gotta be something out there. Like,
I mean,
+5 or something.
the dream is finding the massa in like the hallway checks, you know?
Yeah, I think the checks Chad's gonna make are just gonna be what's on the way. He's not going out of his way to get anything.
White Mage picking up Ruse at level 7 on rack. Bane and Stop for the black magic spells there.
So, you know
Not
what this
super great.
means? I believe we've seen every level 7 spell.
We have.
Guess what dropped at level 8?
Some nuke, some warp.
That is a bad level 8.
Mm-hmm. Show is. So Chadbert going down to 3-man strats, I respect it. This is better for getting those levels focused onto the fighter. The thief is good enough.
Yeah, because all the thief's going to be doing is using the invis sword anyway. So as long as he's got enough hit points to withstand maybe a quick spell from a fiend, you're sitting good with him.
What is with these green snakes today? These cobras. Thunder and fire too.
Yeah, that's probably not a chest you want to see.
To guard 143 gold. Oh, baby. The other thing that Reese has to keep in mind is I don't know that Reese can learn life. And with life 2 at Gaia 7, slot 1, I don't know if that's an option either. So
I honestly have no clue how that stuff works. I don't look at the charts.
I don't know spells above level 4. Okay, thanks. I know the warp slot.
If they don't put their arms in the air, I know they can't use it.
You know, it's funny. My sprites don't throw their arms up in the air; they dab because I just use the dab sprites. But yeah, I respect it. Oh, there's our second loose, so we've got a tail. That's potentially helpful. It's nice for Chadbert.
If he comes across the X-Cal or something, that could be big. Because, well, he'd be able to use the Vorpal now had he kept it.
Well, that was a katana +4 on the way down. Like, Reese just found the katana +4 in a free box.
With a thief with plus the katana.
Uh-huh.
Black belt doesn't matter anymore.
It's really hard to say that, but I can see the argument there. The thief is doing well in terms of hit points. The +20 hit points seems small. It's really not. It's actually gigantic.
And I mean, a katana +4, I mean, you still gotta find the tail, mind you, so that's... But we know where the tail's at.
No. The thief has plus katana. The thief does not need to promote to use that katana.
Well, then your thief is your main damage dealer right now. You got fast. You got the temper stick. Yeah, you're not even looking for a black belt grind now.
Reese is ceding a lot of time with these volcano checks. This could be an issue.
Yeah,
There's the other katana.
I don't know what he's hoping to gain by making these checks at this point. Well, dragon armor.
I think the target is find the second loose and maybe, a third ribbon, I guess. Chadbert, by the way, I don't think has checked Cardia. And hate pointing out in chat that the loot is still unknown to Reese for having not gone to Sky.
Kraken hits pretty hard, and that fighter's only doing about 300 damage.
We got a temper stick. We've got a dead white mage and a fighter here. That's stun touch.
Oh my god, Kraken's swinging for defenses too. There's no spells here.
We're rused up. It's okay.
Yeah, if Kraken crits, it's not okay.
We've limped to the finish line.
That's the clench right there.
The big old barrel of heals coming out.
That's almost like my race with Danny. I got to Tiamat with just my black mage alive with about 150 HP, and he hit the first round brack.
Alright, Chadbert gladly hitting up the party member store to revive the mages, at least.
Well, yeah, I think he's 3-manning this from now on. I don't think you're going to see that thief coming back up.
I think the thief comes back up the second that Chadbert sees that katana +4 in Volcano.
Yeah, this is true. But Chad's not going to go to Volcano.
Yeah, he is. It's his last orb.
But he's not going to check a chest.
It's in a free box. I don't think he stops checking the free boxes. He's going to check things that are on the way, and that box that the katana was in is a 0-step chest.
Oh, yeah, if he gets that, I mean, you got to change strategies right there. You don't care anymore.
So Reese has lit the fire orb. Chadbert is going to promote.
Well, he figures maybe he can use that life too now. Because he will be able to use it at level 7 with that white mage promote it.
Does Chadbert check the Cardia chests? I bet no.
I would say no, because they're not free.
Yeah, he's bouncing out, which is sad. That's one of the ribbons is in that Cardia forest.
Yeah, but he class changed, so I can almost see him getting life 2 and wall now in Gaia. Meanwhile, Reese picks up his Rue stick. Now we'll see where he chooses to go. He's only really got Sky to do, so he's going to come across his loot pretty soon.
Well, Sky and Sea. But, we know Sky's the answer. Sky is the proximity play, too.
Yeah, you're going to go to Sky when you're this close.
So at this point, we know that the waterfall is the slab which turns into the saber gauntlet. It's not bad. I mean, as far as logic goes, it's not the worst thing.
It's just not something you're going to see at this point.
Yeah. We have the temper stick. That's good enough.
Yeah, you don't need the saber gauntlet with the temper stick. And a +4 katana if he picks it up.
Yeah. Chadbert is doing equipment jiggling onto the ninja, so that does say that there's some intention to use that ninja.
Well, he might want the ninja just for the Invis 2 sword, but... here we go.
There it is. And that is, to me, the exact moment that you're like, all right, it's time to life. It's time to heal up that ninja and make it get some levels on it.
Yeah, Ninja is now your primary damage dealer.
I don't know why Reese ran from that fight. A 4-pack of Cerebus when you have 2 Ice 3 casters? That's tasty experience.
Yeah, everything in Sky is pretty tasty.
I mean, I don't want to fight Badmen and Nightmares. The Nightmare's a little less concerning because, again, Ice 3, but, you know, at least the Cerebus packs and the Fire Hydrants and all that.
Fast and tempering on that Thief or Ninja, and it's going to hit for 8 hits,
Ooh.
852! Damn!
That's a katana, all right.
That's a katana +4 with a plus katana on your character.
And this is true go mode for Chadbert, who has nothing left, but apparently going to look for the grind and be disappointed by these tiles.
Yeah, like, I mean, you almost don't have to grind at this point. I'd almost dive at these levels.
Dengwu, we just definitely did not find a good black belt grind tile yet. So we did not check the Sharknado tiles, which I know you love so much. We have not seen Waterfall. Just thinking here, I'm pretty sure Reese checked everything but the mage tile in
I never seen
Ice.
anything in C.
Oh, you know Dengwu, it's the one under the stairs. Chad,
Cool.
yeah, is basically just to getting comfort levels.
Meanwhile, Reese is going to come across his chime to put him in go mode, or his loot he did already. So, I mean, it's going to be a close race now.
Yeah. So Chadbert going back to the grind he knows, which is this Wiz Mummy Perilous Cockatrice tile. And it's not bad.
I like how Reese has taken all the fights in Sky as he goes, though.
Yeah.
And you got that Thief hitting, like, big time now. It's level 18, so not quite there, but...
Running a little low on heals right now, which is unfortunate but not bad.
Well, with Chadbert's levels and having the Invis sword, I mean, I'd take the chance at it. Maybe
I think so too.
you don't see a nuke or a nuclear. Because, I mean, this isn't a really good experience right here.
Yeah, especially when you're not getting the full 9-pack.
It's more just a race. It's more just a race of your time, I was going to say. A waste of your time. So, yeah, no, you almost got to push Topher. You got to give it a shot, and if you fail, then at least you know what you're looking into. Because, I mean, there's really no other trap tiles to check without to make a major trip.
There's Toflocked. We could check Toflock before going in. Chadbert picking up Cure 3, I think? Nope. Thought about it, decided against it. No, it must be something at level 5.
Wants his temper.
Oh, yeah, temper in the warp slot is a big deal. Okay. That could be huge.
So I'd say he's going in. Yeah, here we go.
Just over the 1 hour mark.
And this is the play you gotta make.
And we are going to check that spike tile.
We really haven't seen anything good, so there's gotta be something. Well?
Rip. Rip.
Hey, there's one more trap tile they're gonna be walking past. Who knows? But would you take a grind way down there?
No.
I might, because I got exit.
That... You need something good for the party at that point, and your better option than taking that spike tile over and over is to walk on this floor. Okay, slime.
Like this Red Hydra pack with 2 ice characters, that is gravy experience.
Absolutely.
Like absolute gravy, and you'd wipe it out in 1 round. But I don't know, he's still got to do his water orb, so he's still a little ways behind.
Okay, moving that ruse stick up to the thief.
Well, you got to check the validation chests. What if the Mazda's sitting in there?
It could be anything. Could even be a Mazza. Getting double Brack strats out of Reese. Broken into pieces on the first one. Okay, Tiamat 1 down. There's an air orb for Reese. We're at 3 out of 4.
And he is in go mode, so he is going to straight probably go mode C, I'd say.
We're going to check our desert tiles. I don't hate it, but
I don't much like it either.
yeah, we're not seeing a whole lot here. We're getting steak and wings, and that's just not enough juice for where we're at right now.
Chadbert is about to hit Lich now. That thief is a little low. He's sitting under 400, so a high roll nuke, and it could be the end of the business.
Now, the nice thing, though, is that at being at 323 max, that is enough to survive even a max roll nuclear. Barely. You know, hanging on by the fingernails at that point.
It looks like the Lich is only interested in punching.
That's kind of unfortunate. I would much rather that Chaos be more interested in punching.
Well, you know someone's got to have something bad down here. It's just a matter of who's going to pull it out on you.
Yeah. It would just be nice if the good sir at the end of this dungeon wanted to throw hands at somebody who'd rused up.
I looks like Chadbert's going to put the ruses up, the Invis sword.
I like it, just to keep the red mage safe, you know, or the white mage safe, rather.
Yeah, and I don't think he's only got so many charges of fast too, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah.
That's deep for like 25.
Dark Twinge, that's actually a really good question at this point. The main advantages we're seeing with the thief are like because of the agility, the dodge tanking aspect. You know, we've got good evade on the thief at this point. The real question, though, is, you know, do we want that thief targeted in the first place? And I follow your logic. We're also not having as many problems with ambushes. We're going to be able to get first strike, like on the seafood pack, much more easily with the thief up there. I think for bosses, I agree with you, though. Swap that knight up front, you know, make the...
Yeah, Kraken decides to punch. He's going to punch.
I do like taking the Gershark Big Eye, even though it's, you know, we're in Topher. I know you're not really looking for levels here, but I appreciate because Big Eyes are the tastiest.
Ooh, lobsters with some squint.
That's not so great.
No, that's not good.
Naga Water, one of the best XP spike tiles in the game when you've got the B-sides up.
And here's K2. Gonna put up some defenses. Gonna temper up the ninja. That's a good hit. 5 hit 270 right off the start. Who's Kraken gonna reach out and touch? Ooh.
The Thief for half, roughly. Little over half, but Thief's still standing. 3 hits, 9 damage out of the fighter? Eee. And another Invis 2 out.
That Thief's running low.
5 hits, 432 from that katana. That's not bad.
Toss the quad X, the hero quad X.
4 hits, 262. Kraken 2 goes down. We are through the seafloor in a couple of steps.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm gonna commentator's curse this one, but I don't see anything stopping him right now.
We have not seen the nukes or nuclears yet, and we have not seen the Cure 4.
Yeah, first turn brack for Reese. That's his 4th orb and puts him into go mode too.
All right, now thinking about where we're at, Reese, has decent levels on the Thief. Didn't down the Thief for much. If we see a wipe here in Topher on Chadbert's side, this evens things up a lot. Chad desperately trying to keep that white mage upright. Oh, lit 2! Oh! 3 too many damage. So that is, I think, the bad news for now.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a life on the red mage, so your white mage is now useless.
So the other thing is we're going to need to jiggle that equipment off of our white mage onto characters that matter. We can put the pro cape up onto the black mage if we want. We can put the black mage in the white mage's slot.
Meanwhile, Reese is about to class change. And then probably make his way towards Topher, I would think.
So Black Belt has gotten her master's degree, which I always appreciate.
Yeah, he's definitely doing some weapon juggling here.
Okay. So we're banking on the ninja. We've put the temper sword onto the fighter, or temper stick rather. Invis 2, ruse, and a fast. Chaos punches a black mage, doesn't take the black mage down, so that's a good first turn.
Well, the black mage got the fast off, so did its job in the thief.
Zap goes out, takes out the thief. Oh no!
That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, we were really relying on that wall from the white mage, and the white mage went down at Tiamat too, so this is suddenly a very scary fight.
This is fighter with a dragon +4.
The fighter is evasion stacking currently. We're not bad there. We're getting a lock 2 out, so we're gonna hit okay. There goes the black mage. That's a real problem. 8 hits, 268 it looked like. Temper stick going out onto the fighter. Lit 2 comes out doing lit 2 things. We're temper sticking. We're getting a stop. We're not getting stopped. Swing goes out. 8 hits, 486. That's looking like progress. 8 hits, 659. Fire
Big
3
progress.
does fire 3 things. 8 hits, 654. We're getting close here. Zap comes out, does nothing. 8 hits, 435. Chaos is terminated. GG Chadbert.
See, I told you the Dragon 4 would make it.
It is a sufficient sword. Now, let's call out the very sad malice on the thief of minus ribbon, which unfortunately cost the thief a life as it was exiled to the 4th dimension.
Yeah, that ribbon was the low point of relying on that thief for Topher.
Yeah.
The fact that no death protection is pretty bad. It looks like Reese is gonna finish this out, make his way into Topher. Just 10 minutes behind. So let's see if he has just as bad a time as Chad did.
Well, let's be honest. Chad didn't have that bad of a time. This was a fairly kind Topher in a lot of regards.
Yeah,
We
we didn't
didn't.
see no nukes, didn't see no nuclears, didn't see Cure 4, didn't see any of the bad skills. Zap was the only thing we seen.
We are joined in the booth by our winner tonight, Chadbert. GG, Chadbert.
GG, thank you.
So, how'd you feel about the blurses here, and how did that impact your class selection?
I had to think a bit about the thief with the no ribbon malice. That was a pretty bad malice, and it almost cost me. Almost cost me. I was kind of happy because I know Reese tends to run black belts. I was a little happy that there was no hit percent bonus, so that helped me a little bit there. Everything else seemed pretty normal. No pro rings on Black Mage was a little bad, but I really liked the plus katana on the thief, so that made me go ahead and keep him.
Yeah, that +4 katana really led you towards the towards the ninja. There was just no other way around it.
I was prepared to do Dragon +4 only, but I found that katana in a greed check, and I'm like, okay, we're doing it.
And you had to do Dragon +4 anyway.
Yeah, that was a very sad zap that came out on Chaos. The white mage going down by 3 damage on Tia 2. That tense you up any?
Definitely did. But I did notice in the call out you were like, Walls was imported. I didn't actually go back to get Wall.
Oh, okay. That I understand that play. The third ribbon, if you were curious, was in the Cardia Forest in the opening 3 rooms. So I don't think that would have mattered terribly much with your setup, but it was out there.
It would have helped some. Where was the second one? I only had one.
Let's see. It was
Cardia had one.
Dwarflock had one. Cardia had one.
Canaria was the one that I got. Wait, no, it was Dwarf. It was the Dwarf one I got.
Now I'm trying to remember because I don't. Wondering if it might have been one of the other volcano checks that you hadn't made, because Reese did a full clear of volcano, not knowing that the other loose was the tail.
Yeah,
Reese just punched his way past Lich 1 or Lich 2. Hey, there's Agamas. They're never around when you need them.
Yeah, one of the things that Reese kind of suffered from this seed was we never saw any good grind tiles. There was nothing helping out on that front.
I was gonna ask if there was one better than the not so great one that I used a little bit, which was the Wiz Mummy Mummies, which I thought was just Wiz Mummy Mummies, but apparently also had the Perilous and that other bird.
The cockatrice.
Yeah.
So Volcano had nothing good. The only tile I don't think we saw in ice was the mage tile, so the one that is just to the right of the vanilla eye tile. You saw the ones in Earth 1, but I don't think either of you checked the ones on Earth 4. So, I mean, there were tiles out there to be checked, but not in great locations.
No, and I was running a party that I felt okay going in around 21, 22 if I needed to, and so I didn't really do much grinding, and I didn't bother with that. And with the very, very rapid step encounters at the beginning of the encounter table, I was like, if I need to grind, I'm gonna go check Desert, but I didn't really feel like I needed to.
Yeah, Desert wasn't particularly helpful on that front.
That's unfortunate.
I think there was Steak and Wings on Encounter 1 in the top left, and otherwise it was Ankylos all the way down.
Meanwhile, Reese is now fighting Carrie 2, tempering up that ninja. Carrie coming back with some ice. Oh, black belt's on punching very hard. Whew, that katana putting in work. 5 hits, 8, 12.
So Reese is making pretty solid progress here. I think, despite the bit of clench towards the end, this Topher was pretty kind as long as you were able to get things done with a modicum of speed and power. So hopefully Reese is able to clear through here just fine.
Looks like he's gonna do some equipment juggling here. Give that temper sword to the red mage.
So, Chadbert, you pretty much had a very consistent and I would say just well executed performance through the seed tonight. Any areas of concern that you had?
I was very tired, so I felt like I started a little slow, though I was at the gate at like 35 seconds, so maybe not. Just felt like it because didn't get enough sleep. Not really. This went a lot better than most of my practices. Like, I don't tend to roll paper Tophers, and I tend to roll very, very, very late floaters, so it was nice to get one in mid-game instead of, like, an hour in.
Woo! Brack strats on Kraken 2.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Go. After Kraken punched the black belt at the top for about 500.
As Kraken likes to do from time to time. It's okay. That black belt is an ablative meat shield this time around. With about 400 hit points. Now, the downside is that Cure 4 I don't think was red learnable. It was level 5 slot 4. I don't know what that slot actually translates to in the red's learnable, but it doesn't sound like one the red mage is going to get. And as such, that's a lot of healing potions to throw at, a character that you're just hoping will die.
Looks like we're going with fast, ruse, and temper stick strats here on Tiamat. Tiamat punches the black belt for about 300 and some. Nothing too bad to worry about, so.
Gloomchew, Kraken got confused because there's no white mage on Reese's team to target.
No, that black belt's doing its job. Are we going to see 2 Brack strats?
We're going to think about it, but I don't know if it's actually going to land.
If he bracks Tia2, he would have bracked both K1 and T2. He would have, all of them, he would have broken. But he's not going to try it again.
I mean, that thief put out a lot of damage with the katana there. Lit 2 chip damage takes out our meat shield black belt, but it's okay because that was 1100 damage.
Wow. Yeah, you better save that life spell. Alright, so now what we gotta worry about here is Zap. Because I don't know if that fighter is gonna have the chops to back up the ninja.
You mean the black belt?
No, the fighter. The black belt doesn't have the chops at all. Oh, he doesn't
There's
have a
no
fighter.
fighter here. It's a red mage.
Oh.
Maybe the red mage can handle it. I don't think the red mage can handle it.
Maybe Zap will miss.
We can hope.
See, the sprites messed me up. I seen the red. Yeah.
So we're going all in on that ninja, which we saw how that went for Chadbert.
Yeah, you kind of have to, though. You don't really have any other weapons.
Yeah. So that ninja needs to start swinging, except... oh, no.
Bye-bye.
That's...
No fast.
Oh, this is the look of a very bad time.
Does the red mage even have a sword equipped?
I have doubts. We are going straight to Ice 3 and Fade strats. Lit 2 comes out, does Lit 2 things against 2 ribboned characters. Not that big of a deal. That's a punch for 145. Ice 3 does some tickling. Fade also does some tickling at 104. It's unfortunately low roll fade there. Heal 3 to try to stay in this.
Now Chaos pulls out Cure 4. You're in trouble.
Uh,
He's in trouble
now,
anyway.
yeah, this is, I think, a point where you might just lay into Brack and hope.
Yeah, you have to lay in the Brack and hope at this point. Because you don't have enough spells to take him down the chip damage way.
Yeah, this is a very concerning position, and I mean, part of it, we're doing drink strats. We're doing drink stats into temper stick. Okay, we're trying to get a melee up. Chaos is doing chaos things.
Well,
Black Mage is down.
Oh, swinging the Ice Sword. 2 hits, 2. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
I would love to believe in the Red Mage if it had more Invis stacks up, because it had only gotten, I think, 1 Invis 2 stack from the Black Belt. But you know, you're sitting there looking at 16 heal potions, a dwindling supply of heal 3s, and it's just a generally bad situation there.
But now you gotta think. You know Chaos has that. You know your Thief's gonna die. You gotta adjust.
Yeah, and I mean, that adjustment might come down to leaving and getting more levels. Maybe trying to find a grind tile even in an unwelcoming location.
You always believe in the Red Mage. Red Mage is best mage.
One option that I can think of in terms of a grind, and I know that both Reese and Chadbert saw it, were those very, very slim zombie Ds in ice on the vanilla eye tile. That's not a bad grind. It's not a great grind, but I mean, it exists, and they had sub 200. So that black belt could power up on them real fast. Just, drop your characters in the ice pools, walk back to that tile, and go. I don't want to do it at this point. We're looking at the far side of a loss at this point anyway, but that is an option for completing.
Looks like he's taking all the fights as he goes down, so I might be trying to power level that black belt as he goes.
I think rightfully skipping out on Earths. Anytime you can run from Earths is a good time. Similarly, fires, waters, and airs. Well, I take that back on the waters, because we have Ice 3 on 2 characters.
Yeah, waters would be good. Ooh, let's tornado.
That's some damage, all right. Rolled pretty low across the board. Nice little kill steal. Was that the Ice Sword doing 71 damage in 3 hits to take out Lich 2? Alright, we have moved the Temper stick over to the Red Mage. Keeping that Invis stick maybe on the Black Belt. We're thinking real hard about this because there's a lot to think about with this.
Yeah, well, your Thief is probably not going to get... He's trying to grip the ribbon on the Thief, but...
Yeah, it's long enough into the seed that forgetting the Malice is a real possibility, so... Hey, I think I'm with you on that one. Just because the Black Belt has a number of hits, you're able to temper it up, you're able to fast it up if you've saved charges. That might be your best option there.
Might be your only option at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can almost guarantee that Thief's going down. And Chaos seems to like to use that Zap first or second round. I mean, if you got the Rue stick, you got the Temper, you can get the black belt up enough if you get a fast off. Because we know Chaos is pretty punchy. Ice 3 from Carrier doing a little bit of damage.
We get an ink defense. Five hits, 424. That's good damage. The nice thing is, it doesn't feel like there's going to be any substantial roadblocks to getting back to Chaos. It's just that first turn zap is, or second turn, or wherever it landed in the
it's
lineup.
It's his first spell either way.
Yeah. Carry 2 down. We've got some healing to do here, but we will soon be on our way through the seafloor.
Yeah, he's eating up a lot of his heal pots, but ooh, there's a juicy fight.
It is juicy, but you know, it's that resource management piece at this point. Can you afford to take it?
Water's been mute. Well, so much for Ice 3.
You know what? I am happy to see them cast mute instead of punch.
Yeah, and with Ice 3 at level 1 and lots of charges, I mean, you can almost grind on them if they're just gonna mute because you got ribbons.
Yeah, and certainly they are worth a lot of experience in, you know, the context of like that Naga water pack we just saw. But being careful about our healing potions, being careful about our spell slots, it's all very important still.
Well, really, the only spell slot that's kind of important now is your fast. Because he doesn't have the white mage for, like, Cure 4 or anything like that. And you got a Temper Stick. And you got the Ruse stuff. So, basically, you're just relying on that fast going off.
We did not get a repeat performance out of that Brack, which is quite unfortunate. We're going to try it again, though. I respect it. Ineffective, but it won our hearts nonetheless. That was 621 out of the ninja. That's good enough.
That's a modified Brack. He's going for it, though. I like it.
All right, Kraken 2 down. Everybody's still up. This is looking okay.
Yeah, we know Tier 2 didn't really have a whole lot that was dangerous. Or that we've seen, at least.
Invis 2 and Ruse. Lit 2 comes out of Tiamat 2, doing Lit 2 things. Lock 2, Helm, Sword, something. Temper Stick goes out.
I don't understand. I never know what weapons are associated with what stat stick now.
Well, I guess the defense...
I think the Invis 2 is like...
The Invis 2 is... oh man, I'm losing track of my spell things.
Someone mentioned
like
it.
Heal Stick?
Bane Sword, there it is.
So Bane Sword has the sword icon, Defense Sword has no icon as I recall, so that's the differentiator there. So Invis 2 sword is the Bane Sword. Temper Stick would be the Heal Stick, I think. Which means that there's another one out there probably. 10 hits, 1657.
Well,
Get out of here.
the thief had about 10 tempers on him and fast, so
Oh, mage staff. Okay.
how's he going to adjust to this fight now? It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments he's going to make. He's got that black belt in the back, so I'm thinking that's what he's relying on right now.
We're going to jiggle some equipment around. I am in favor of that.
Yeah, he's going in on the black belt.
Yeah. This is
a
I think-
smart adjustment.
Now, did a ribbon get moved to the black belt is the only thing I don't know.
Well, he might be relying on the magic resistance, because it was plus 20. So whatever level he is, you can add 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get fast and an Invis too. There's the
the
zap.
Oh, and it misses the thief.
Missed everybody. This is the best news.
Yeah,
We are going to fast the thief.
don't
We're
blame
going
him.
to temper
Go back
as
to the
well.
thief. At least you got 2 hitters now. You got your black belt and you got the thief going.
Yeah, we've switched the temper strats over to the thief as well, so we're going to be able to swing with that thief should we feel safe doing so. We're still going to be using that Invis 2 sword, maybe? Nope, we're swinging. Okay.
Yeah, you got to swing now and temper up and lock and stuff. Just punch with the black belt now, because you do have fast and some tempers on him.
I think just one temper, but that was 587 coming out of the thief. That was 9 hits for 194, I think, out of the black belt. We're getting dangerously close to the range where we need to start considering that heal 3 out of the red mage. So we are still using the temper stick on it though. 10 hits, 432. Lock comes out. Fire 3 comes out, does pretty significant damage. Everybody is within threat of nuclear and nuke at this point.
That black belt got a good punch in for 400. Oh, I missed the days when lock could actually miss.
I don't. Alright, we're in a slightly safer position HP-wise. Thief coming in with a big swing. 779 and terminated. GG to Reese.
Great adjustment. Great adjustment.
Alright, so we'll see if Reese is interested in coming in as well. All right, and we are joined in the booth by Reese. GG, Reese.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay. That seed was something, that's for sure. Everything felt good really early, and I made a dumb mistake of not chasing the bottle, which would have prevented me from opening any chests in Volcano, and that Volcano was trash.
I think it was actually Sky that you skipped out on, which was where you got the loot.
Yeah, sorry. Had I gone to Sky instead of looting Volcano, I would have been better off, because, you know, so many unrunnable encounters on that armory floor was just not fun.
And certainly the Cobras.
Oh god, no. Ambush Thunder is not my day.
Yeah, I ran into those early on when I was trying to get money out of the armory for the whatever was on sale.
I just sold the Vorpal that I found, and it put me at like 22k, so I took like one fight outside of Crescent and bought the TNT.
I thought about doing that, but I decided later on that I had to do that to buy fast.
Yeah, I came back for fast later, once I knew I would need it, which was basically Topher, because I knew I could get through Sea and Sky with just the Brax. And obviously it worked out well, because I'm pretty sure I got first or second turn Brack on both Kraken and Tia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. The Brack luck was real, including that Kraken 2 Brack that you had on
Yeah,
your first dive.
that Kraken 2 Brack was nice, but getting immediately zapped on Chaos was just not what I was expecting.
Chadbert can tell you similar stories, but with the fighter as the secondary melee, was able to pull through that on the Dragon Sword +4.
I will say that Greed Sharknado chest was just absolutely the ultimate winner of that seed.
Yep, I did that too.
I'm like, I'm just gonna check this chest. Oh, it's the tail. Sweet. I don't have to look at anything else.
So I think one of the real challenges of this seed from your party composition, having the black belt, is there was just nowhere to grind. Had
Yeah.
you considered looking elsewhere at any point, or were you just on the path?
I've gone through Topher at that level with a black belt before. It's doable. It's not easy.
That's
So
fair.
I had the feeling that I could do it, especially having the Invis stick and the Roost stick, and Red Mage being able to learn life at 6. So there was always that.
But I have to say, Mana +4 trumped all decisions.
Double Katana +4. I found both of them in Volcano.
Yeah, the center room had the other one.
I knew I was gonna have a problem with the thief because of the lack of ribbon, and then obviously I still forgot that he couldn't equip ribbon. And there's just no way to give him time resistance, and I never saw wall.
It was level 7 in Gaia.
Yeah, I don't check 7 or 8 because it's basically useless in most seeds.
Yep.
I think I had one charge.
But I considered moving the ribbon to the black belt, especially because I promoted. But honestly felt that it really wasn't going to make that much of a difference, because either way, he's going to die to a non-elemental, so I'd rather just keep the mage alive long enough to get more spells out.
I follow you.
If it came down to it, I was going to just start throwing out zaps with the black mage and praying.
Ride that 3 and 256 to victory, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes you get it. I was going very hard with the hold strats on carry. Or the confused strats. I was like, this has gotta land. This has gotta land. And then the thief was just like, nah, she's dead.
So Canuck, I feel like I'm hogging all the airtime from the interview side of things. Have you got questions for our runners here?
No, you're doing great. I was actually almost asleep, so you just kind of woke me up. I guess the only thing I would have to say, really, is the adjustment that Reese made at the end. I like that, going with the black belt when you knew there was a good chance your thief was going to get wiped out.
I knew of the two characters, the black belt had a higher chance of surviving the zap. So putting the Roostick on the black belt was a better option just for the safety. And, a couple of tempers is gonna fix the damage problem. He's gonna have 12 hits from the fast if it lands. And a couple of locks is gonna make sure it lands. So
Yeah, but other than that, no, you boat raced a good seed. It was tricky at parts, but you handled it well. So I really have nothing else to say. It was fun commentating, and yeah, if you guys got any final thoughts, we'll hear them, and then Sarah's can take us out.
I'm definitely gonna watch this back after I go get dinner just to see where, how our routing was, if there was differences in our routing or not. But I felt good most of that seed.
Agreed. I was looking at the clock. I'm like, what? I'm not usually this far along because I rolled dumpster fire seeds. So this
Oh
was
yeah,
a nice, calm one until
I
Zap.
bought I bought that TNT, and I'm like, I could go to ice right now, but I could also chase this. And it turns out it got me out of the inner sea and to the floater.
I did not chase it because I've just had so many extremely late floaters that I was like, oh no, I'm gonna go dig ice right now. I've got exit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
I thought about it, like, but I also had the rod, so I was like, you know what? I can clear Earth at this level. I can also check Hall of Giants, check Earth Floor 1, and there might have been a grind there I could have picked levels up on, and obviously Desert wasn't going to be my grind today.
Yeah, what was there? All I saw were ankylos.
It was like steak and wings, and kilo,
Yuck.
but it was all unrunnables. Like
It was a
just
really gross desert.
that encounter table in general was just disgusting because all of the encounters were packed together, which means anytime you're in a dungeon, as soon as you hit an encounter, you're going to have a rough time.
Yep.
Like you'll get the hero run, but those encounters are all going to come back to back.
Yeah, I was debating at times whether to go in after 3 soft resets or 5. It varied.
I think realistically the only time I hard reset was checking the desert.
I definitely hard reset every time I went into a dungeon and I did either 3 or 5 soft resets afterwards.
Like I checked all the trap tiles in ice. I checked the trap tiles in Northwest Castle. Basically checked every key lock location except Topher.
You didn't miss much in the Keylock Topher. It was a mage
No.
tile.
But finding 2 ribbons is always nice, so I'll consider it at least a decency.
And a temper. I always love getting a temper item.
Yes, the temper item was beautiful.
All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and wrap up here. I just want to shout out to both of our runners, Chadbert and Reese, for putting on a great race here tonight. Hangry Canuck, thank you for joining me in the booth. Thank you also to Hate the 13th and JLo7, who have been doing the back end work. We got Hate on the restream, JLo on the tracking. Greatly appreciate that. As always, if you like what you saw, head on over to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can join the Discord by clicking the link at the bottom of the page. We have a very friendly group, and we are always happy to bring new people in. We do have a new player duck boot camp that will be coming up in, I would say, probably, a month and a half, 2 months. We are going to run through all the intricacies of running the randomizer, get people on board into the community with that. We run these every 6 months and love having the engagement of new people. Also, we have just a fantastic community otherwise. We like to have people join the conversation. So, with that, I have been Saracen. Again, the Hangry Canuck in the booth with me tonight. Thank you again to our racers, Chadbert and Reese, and good night, everybody.